Hi, I'm Catherine and I'm an online entrepreneur. I teach different ways for time poor people to make money online, and I believe anybody can do this if they have the drive and they're willing to put the time in to really get to know their craft. Here on this channel, Catastrophic Empires, I talk about how to make money from home. I check what works and what doesn't, with step-by-step guides on how to succeed. I'm super passionate about this because it really hits home for me, because it saved my butt. Seriously saved my butt. As a single mum of 5 boys, I'm always looking for ways to make money from home. When I started working, I was in a working online, I was in a catastrophic financial situation. Hence why I've called this channel Catastrophic Empires, because when I started, I was in a catastrophic situation and now I'm building an empire. And I really want to share how I've done this with you guys, free of charge, because everybody should know how to do this, and there is plenty of spotlight for everybody, there's sunshine for everybody. So subscribe, hit the like button, and join me. I'm going to show you so many ways to make money online. One of them is going to work for you. I work 2 days a week in my profession now. I can't work full time. I'm only able to work 2 days a week, which really doesn't pay the bills at all. I have my kids 100%. So if I was to add more work hours, I would be looking at more childcare. I wouldn't be home for my kids as much as I really want to and much as they need me, because I'm all they have. And I would be putting pressure on my parents who have them when I'm working. I wouldn't be able to get the housework done I need to get done. Look, anybody that is a single parent, not just single mums, but single dads, would understand the struggle. The more work you do, the more pressure you're under when you're at home. So being able to work from home, pick your hours, do it when you've got free time, you can really structure your time better around what's important for your kids, and then the stress goes. But you're still bringing in the coin, which is what we all want. Raising my boys on my own, I don't get any financial assistance from their father. So I'm 100% doing this financially on my own. It is really difficult. I get money from my part-time job, and I get money from Centrelink, some money from Centrelink. And it just doesn't go far enough with 4 boys, 4 grown boys. They eat a loaf of bread for breakfast. That's it, a loaf of bread, gone. So I really needed to find a way that I could keep the family home, be able to pay my mortgage, not have to spend more hours at work, but still be able to get my boys the great life that they deserve, with the treats they deserve, and the things that all kids want. I didn't want my children missing out. That was the main thing for me. But today is talking about just one of the ways I do this. And one of the main ways I do this, of course, I have an income from YouTube, but I also freelance on Fiverr, which is another one of my incomes, because there's one thing I've learned: you cannot rely on just one income. You've got to have multiple streams. But today is about one. And I freelance on Fiverr as a content writer. Now, some of you might be going, is that something I can do? Yes, it is. Now, in my profession, I do a bit of writing. I do a little bit of things like that, but I'm by no means a professional writer. I was not a professional writer. I didn't write books. I didn't write anything for a living at all. If anything, in my professional job, I'm a professional speaker. So writing things for other people on topics that I really didn't know a lot about was a real challenge for me, but I was up for the challenge. And in my first day on Fiverr, I made $58. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but let's do the maths with this, shall we? Stick with me. So I've got it written down here. If I look down, it's just because I'm checking out. I'm not a mathematician, so sit with me on this. So I made $58 in my first 24 hours going live on Fiverr. And I did that by writing blogs. I wrote yoga blogs for people because that's something I'm passionate about, something I have a knowledge about. I'm also a yoga instructor. But unfortunately, with having my kids 100%, I just can't teach yoga. That's when people demand classes, is when my kids are out of school. So it just wasn't possible. I had to give up that income. So I used that income, that knowledge I have, and I advertised on Fiverr being able to do yoga blogs. And believe it or not, within 24 hours, I had 2 jobs. 2 jobs within opening up and making my profile live. But let's get back to the exciting part. Let's get back to the money. So $58 a day. Now, if I was to continue that, which I could if I wanted to, but I'm doing YouTube as well, I do still have jobs coming in. But if I was to continue that, $58 a day, which was half an hour's work. It was half an hour's work for me. I wrote 2 200-word blogs, bang, sent away, done within 24 hours. And I earned $58 doing that. So over a month, if I was to do that every day, half an hour's work every day, that's $1,740. $1,740, and I'm only on day 3 at the moment. I'll keep you posted on how I go, but I'm definitely on track. Maybe do a little bit more, to be honest, because as I'm getting more jobs and more reviews, I'm getting more business coming in. So, but minimum, if I was just to do the bare minimum, what I'm doing now, $1,741. So if I was to do that for a whole year, I've worked it out, and that's just for 15 hours work. So $1,740 for 15 hours work. Now, if I was to do that over a year, that's 180 hours work, which works out to $20,880 a year. A year. So that's going to pay my mortgage. That's my mortgage. That's living rent and mortgage free, basically. That could be a deposit on a house if you're saving for a house. And this is a side hustle. This is half an hour a day. I'm doing this outside of my job after the kids are in bed. It's really not taxing on me. So I could do more than that. I could do an hour a day and be getting 40 grand a year. Ching, ching, ching. Yeah, cheers to that. And just let me add to that. That's doing rock bottom prices. Because I'm a new seller on Fiverr, I'm doing it for rock bottom. So that's $10 per blog. There are bloggers on there that have been doing it for a couple of years that charge $150. But we'll get back to that later. But just keep that in mind. I am a new seller, so I'm doing rock bottom. $5 per blog, $10 per blog. I upsell, but we'll talk about that in another video. I don't want to confuse you, but the hard thing is $58 a day. That's $1,700 a month, 20 grand a year. That's half an hour a day. So let me tell you a little bit more about the superstar of this video, Fiverr. What is Fiverr? Well, Fiverr is a website where freelancers like myself go and offer services. Fiverr also, anybody can create an account on Fiverr, and they can be either a service provider or they can be a buyer or they can be both. But I myself am a buyer. I have used some of the people on Fiverr. I have been a customer and I have used them to create thumbnails for me, YouTube art, things that I'm not quite proficient in yet. So I do use the other people on Fiverr. I had nothing but brilliant experiences. They've all got 5-star reviews. But let's get back to what is a freelancer. So a freelancer is, and I'm going to look down because I've written notes on this. A freelancer is a person who provides service, mainly digital, to customers without having a company. So I'm not in a company. I'm a freelancer, which means I work for myself. Either they own or they don't either own or work for another company. So they're just a freelancer, like a sole trader. You answer to nobody. You manage and employ yourself. So I advertise on Freelancer. I advertise, look guys, I can do a 200-word yoga blog for you, deliver within 24 hours. And someone will go, oh crap, I haven't had time to do my blog today. $5? Hell yeah. Bang. You get a blog done. And they pay you. And then they give you a review. And the aim of Fiverr is to get more 5-star reviews. Then you move up the ranks and then you can start to charge more. Because obviously you've got more trust with the customers. They know you're going to deliver a high quality project and you also have time to learn. So, how did I learn about Fiverr? Well, I have a TikTok account. Yes, TikTok. TikTok's brilliant. Download the app. It's pretty good. It's a bit of a time waster too. So, manage your time. But TikTok. I heard of this girl. I was flicking through TikTok one day when I was really in that catastrophic situation, and I was waiting for my other YouTube channel to start making money, get the subs and everything you need to do. Different video. We'll get there later. But anyway, I've seen a TikTok of a girl called Alex. She's 22 years old and she has made hundreds of thousands. And just this year, she hit a $1 million year. Ching, cheers to that. How good's that? She's 22. She has no degree, no college degree. She just simply started off like I did and like you could, offering services on Fiverr, built herself up, learnt new skills over time, and now she makes that kind of money because she charges $150 for a blog or even more rather than the $5 or $10 that you and I would start off on. Because she started at the bottom and she's worked herself up. She's been doing it for 5 years, but yes, it's possible. And in any career, you start at the lowest pay rate. So it's really not, it might not sound like a lot, but it doesn't take long to build up reviews. It doesn't take long to get a following on Fiverr and start to get those really well-paid jobs. Honestly, this girl is on fire at the moment. She did that during COVID. During a pandemic. Fiverr is pandemic proof. I started during a pandemic. It's crazy. But anyway, what can you do on Fiverr to earn money? Well, personally, I started with blog and article writing. I started in my expertise area of yoga. I've moved into other areas now because I've seen what other people are doing. I've taken the time to learn the skills, and I'm now in other areas. But I just simply started writing blogs. Now, anybody can write a blog or an article. Just do a bit of research, and then you can write a blog. But I'm going to do a different video on that, so we'll look at that later. We're just talking about Fiverr now to start with and how to get started and the basics. But everybody has a skill. Some of the main ways, the big earners on Fiverr that I've seen are doing jobs like, and I'm going to leave a list up here, so if you want to, you can write them down. We've got photo editing, and you know what? It sounds scary. It's really not. There's so many free apps out there that can help you, and when I do a video on that, I'm going to put the links for them for you, so don't panic. Blog and article writing, which is what I started on, and you know what? You can do that as long as you've got a laptop, you've got spell check, you can download free apps to help you. Anybody can do blog writing as long as you choose the area of your expertise. Website building, people are making a lot of money doing that. I don't recommend starting with that unless you've actually got a background in website building, but there's actually courses you can do with Fiverr to learn how to do that. And like I said, different story. I keep going off on branches. I'm a big fat tree. We'll try and stay with the trunk. So video editing, I could do that. I'm not going to yet because I find that takes a lot of time, and I'm going for the easier, quicker jobs to start off with while I'm not charging a lot. So blog writing, I just said blog writing, content writing, Amazon product reviews. We've also got voiceovers for things like they have translated and they want you to say in English, or sometimes people just want a voiceover for an ad and they're looking for an English voice or a female voice, or a motherly voice, or a calm voice, or an excited voice. You know, there's so much on here to get on and have a look at. Transcription, if you can type, you can do transcription, and there's so much need for that. YouTubers want their videos downloaded, and then they can add the vocal to their blog. It's just crazy what you can do on here. But the list is endless, so hop on and have a look. So if you have a laptop, a smartphone, or a tablet, you can start on Fiverr today. It's really simple. It really is. It sounds scary, but it's really not. And I'm going to be here for you every step of the way, and I'm going to give you training, free videos, once or twice a week on what you can do and how you can do it to make money on Fiverr. Most apps to do the job are free or have minimal subscription. So I use Word's on my computer, cost me nothing, and then I convert it to PDF. I pay, I think it's $3 a month for the app to be able to convert it to PDF, and then I send it to them in PDF. Boom, done. One of the other jobs I offer is doing YouTube thumbnails, and that's in Canva. Canva is actually free. You can use the free version. I get the pro version, but you can use the free version. It's free, Canva. Look it up. It's just a matter of practice. That's all it is. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to do tutorials on all of these apps that are either free or minimal, that will give you the skills and the ability to do a lot of jobs on Fiverr that you can make a lot of money starting today. Okay, so how does Fiverr work? I'm going to keep it really simple. This is the really basic, simple version. So first step is to make a free account. Fiverr is free to join. So you can join this if you're rock bottom like I was. No money at all. There is absolutely no outlay. You can start advertising gigs straight away. You don't have to pay to advertise on Fiverr. People can come and find your profile, review what you've got to offer, or search, and they may find you. A big tip here. Make sure you like your username, or you're happy to be known by it. Don't put some quirky little nickname or something too weird in there, because you are stuck with it. Once you name your Fiverr account and you have a username, you cannot change it, which I found out. Luckily, I'd just gone for a basic, simple name when I first signed up, not really knowing what I was doing and not really without any guidance. I didn't have anybody helping me along the way, so I had a very simple name, but you cannot change it. So please, if I can give you any tip when you're signing up, pick a good username, something that will stick in people's minds, or just use your name, depending on what you want to do. So once you've created your free account, you want to do a gig. So what can you do? Everybody has skills that they can offer on Fiverr. If you're a mother, you can put up, I'll write a mothering blog. I'll write a parenting blog. All mothers know how to budget. or mostly mothers or fathers, on like parents. All parents know parenting skills. All parents can write a comical blog or a factual blog or a budgeting blog or a cooking blog. There's something you're passionate about or you know about, and there's someone there in Fiverr looking for an expert like you, or a humorous person like you, or someone with your quirky personality to write a blog for them that they will love. Some more very simple gigs that I find do really well and you don't need skills for is creating YouTube thumbnails. Creating YouTube thumbnails, super easy on Canva. I'm going to do a tutorial on that. So make sure you subscribe if that's something you think you might be interested in doing and you think that, you know, oh, I might be able to do it. It's so easy. It's so easy. It takes like 5 minutes. I could put up, so that's Canva. I'm going to do a tutorial on that later. And then we also have removing photos backgrounds. You can do, I charge $10, $5 for 10 photos. So if I do, like, honestly, it takes 30 seconds to do. So I charge $5 for 10 photos. So simple. I do 10 of them a day. Ching, cheers to that. A customer will then purchase your gig. So they click on the button that says purchase now. They will purchase your gig. You'll get notified that someone's purchased your gig and you will get information from them, because in your gig it will ask you for what you need from them, but we'll talk about that later. But they will send you what they need, and you don't actually have to chase the money. Fiverr will take that money and hold it, and once you deliver the job, they give you the money. Simples. And honestly, if you get a job to remove backgrounds from photos, 5 minutes later you deliver the job. You look like a hero. Sit back and wait for your 5-star review, honestly. Now, there are some pros and cons to Fiverr, like there are with all of them. Some of them may be pros to people, maybe cons to others. I really don't see any cons with Fiverr. I have not come across anything I don't like at the moment, and I've been doing it for a while now. I'm pretty happy with the system. It makes my life very simple, and I'm a busy mum, busy parent. I haven't got time to chase people, so I'm going to go through the pros and cons as I think they might be for other people, but they're not necessarily what I believe to be bad. So I've written it down. Once again, check my notes. So as with anything you do online, there will always be positive and negative points. So the first positive I come up with is Fiverr has built-in clients. So if you were to start a digital marketing company, which is basically what you're doing, you're providing digital services. You would have to build a Facebook page, Instagram, Pinterest, advertise for clients, cold call, email. None of that is necessary with Fiverr. You put up what you've got to offer, and Fiverr brings the clients to you. So good. So good. And that's what happened with me. Within 24 hours, bang, bang, I had jobs. I was like, this is awesome. I was so excited. The one thing to make sure is just have a very clear description of what you offer, and that will be another video. So subscribe to get that tutorial. So when you're running your gig, be very clear about what you offer. I will write a blog. I say ghostwrite because then you give the copyright to them. That means it doesn't have your name at the end. They put their name at the end. I will ghostwrite a yoga blog for you. Bang. Then they might go through, there's different sections you've got to fill out through the gig, but that's what will grab their eye. And have a very clear profile picture. When you do your profile picture, make it of your face. Don't do something like a typewriter, or if you do yoga blogs, don't do you doing a yoga pose. People want to see your face. They want to know who's doing the work for you. They want to be able to trust you. And the second positive I found for Fiverr, some of the gigs I put on haven't got a lot of interest in. It's so simple. I just go through and go, I'm not getting interest in that. I'll look through and I go, oh, I can do that one. There is something for everybody on here. Honestly, plumbers can come on and go, I will do a plumbing blog for you. People who work in Woolworths go, I can do a fresh food blog for you. I can do a product merchandising description for you. I can, the possibilities are endless. You have the skills that someone wants. You can write about a topic that someone else can't be bothered doing. There's work for you on Fiverr. Positive 3. You can upsell your product. So I do, now that I've evolved a little bit, I'm a little bit more experienced with it. What I say is, I've got the I will write a yoga blog for you. And then it goes through, I'll write 200 words, and it goes through the description. Then it says, offer further services. Then I will offer images for your blog, an extra $5. I will turn your blog into a flip ebook, extra $30. Ching. Hardly any work, honestly. It's so easy. The fact that you can upsell what you offer That's where you're going to make a lot of money. That's make a lot of mine. A lot of people come in for a blog, go, wow, she can do an ebook? That's awesome. I'll grab that. And then I make extra money. And because I've already written the blog, I don't have to write the book. I just put the blog into the book, put a couple of pictures in there. Beautiful. And it's so easy. And you know what? 6 months ago, someone asked me to write an ebook. My head would have been spinning. Wouldn't have been able to do it. But I tell you what, once you get into it, it's very easy to learn. All these skills are easy to learn, and I'm going to teach them all to you. Now, the biggest positive I can see with Fiverr, and I think this is amazing, having owned a business before, you don't have to chase your customers for money. If you own a brick and mortar business or you run another business, you're sending out invoices. They're not paid within 7 days. You do the job before you pay. Do you get paid? You could lose thousands of dollars a year chasing customers that don't pay you. And you know what? Is it really worth chasing them? Probably not. Not for $5 or $10. So Fiverr, when they purchase your gig, Fiverr takes the money from them and holds it. Once you deliver the product, they give you the money. You're always going to get paid, and you're not going to waste precious time, because time is money, chasing your client for money. Now we're going to talk about what some people might see as a con, but I really don't. Now Fiverr will take 20% of what you earn for each job. So say if you earn $25 for a job, they're going to take $5. It's a fee. Now, is that really a problem? Some people think so. I don't. I could start Fiverr with no money. They found me customers. They bought them to me. I earned money. And the other thing I also see is it's for taxes. If I'm paying a fee, I can use that when it comes to tax time. Because I tell you what, I'm earning a lot more than what I thought I would on Fiverr. And I don't know how to do taxes. At least I know 20% has already been taken, so that I don't have to put aside too much more to make sure my tax needs are met. The other positive is it means Fiverr is available to everybody, because you don't need money to start off. You don't need to advertise, that which costs money. You don't need to build a business. You don't need to spend time building a Facebook page. Have 20%. Have it. Thank you. Thank you for existing and giving me this ability to make an extra minimum 20 grand a year. Ching to that. Cheers. Now, probably some people see this as a con. I really don't, because it keeps me on task. You can, when someone purchases a product from you or a service, a timer starts, but you set the time. So when you create your gig, they say, how much time will it take you to deliver this product? You can put 24 hours, you can put 48 hours. So once they purchase that, boom, the clock starts ticking. But honestly, if you say 24 hours to provide a 200-word blog, it's really not going to take that long. Like I said, it took me half an hour to do those 2 blogs, just with the spell check and everything, with no experience, my first 2 blogs. So, you know what, the timer really isn't an issue, and it helps me keep track and on task. And I think it's a great thing, because it means you can't procrastinate for weeks. Sometimes I can be a little bit of a procrastinator. I'm not perfect. So it keeps me on task. I like it. I actually think it's a positive, but I have had other people say they don't like it. I don't mind it. And the last thing I'm going to say about the timer is, if life happens, and sometimes it does, you can extend that. It's not the be all and end all. You don't lose the job. You can extend it. You can write to the customer and say, look, life has happened. Explain your situation. Can I please have another 24 hours? Most of the time, it's really not going to be an issue. They're not going to mind. And if they do, maybe you can just squeeze it in. Say, look, all right, I'll squeeze it in, depending on what the situation is. I haven't had to extend yet, because I always put a little bit more time on what I need. For my ebooks, I say 3 days. Most customers don't complain about that. If they want to pay an extra $25, I'll deliver it within 24 hours. Hey, I'll sit down and grind away and stay up an hour past my normal bedtime for an extra $25 an hour. I'm happy with that. So the big question, the $1 million question on everybody's lips: how much can you really make on Fiverr? Well, with me doing what I'm doing, half an hour's work a day, 2 blogs a day, $20,880 a year. And that's without raising my prices, which of course I have done, and I will continue to do as I gain experience and traction on Fiverr. And I know that the customer will trust me. Don't lift your prices too early, but we will cover that later. So the minimum, if I never lift my prices, if I just keep doing what I'm doing, half an hour a day, 20 grand a year, almost 21. Got to be happy with that. And don't forget, that's 180 hours of work a year. And I've found with the more experience I get, the more services I'm able to offer, and the more 5-star reviews I get on Fiverr, every few months I might lift my prices up by a couple of dollars here. And I'm on track already after 12 months to earn more than 20 grand. Awesome. Okay. Now, I'm not going to stand here and say it's super easy. Some of the blogs I've had to do have been harder than others. I've had to do some research. I've had to work on the blog. Maybe one of them taking me an hour just because it's something I'm not quite familiar with. But the Google was your friend. Research. Don't plagiarize, but do your research. You can do it. Challenge yourself. I know people that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on Fiverr now that I'm in the community. I'm connecting with other creators, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're basically working part-time. This girl, Alex, has hit $1 million this year during a pandemic. I mean, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to be able to do the work that she does. Like, she works maybe 10-hour days, but she's 22 and she's grinding away. Go her. She'll probably be retired in 2 years. But for mums and dads, if you can work 2 or 3 hours a day and earn $58 an hour, talking 60, 70 grand a year for 2 or 3 hours work a day. It's crazy. Ching. Cheers to that. So if you're interested in getting started on Fiverr, on this freelancer site, subscribe to my channel and comment what you think you might want to do or how much you would like to earn per year. Per year. How much would you like to earn per year? And let's make it happen. If you've decided that Fiverr is for you, or you at least want to give it a try, I've popped the link down below for you to join. I am an affiliate with Fiverr, so I may get a little reward for you joining, but it will not come out of your profit. It's just a little reward that Fiverr might give me saying, hey, thanks for bringing new people on board with new skills. Here's something for you. So I do need to let you know that. But this link will take you straight to Fiverr. Now, when you start your free account, there's a few things I want you to make sure you do. 1, pick a username you can live with. For a while, forever. You can't change it. Make sure you like it. 2, profile picture, photo of your face. Because people want to see who they're working with. They want to trust you, and they will trust you if you show a face. If you put up a photo, say you're doing YouTube photos, YouTube thumbnails, and you put up a YouTube thumbnail as your profile picture, they're going to go, well, why don't they want me to know who she is? Well, he is. What? Who are they? Show your face. Hint number 2. Now, this is something I'm going to do a video on, but just start for now. You don't have to be perfect. You can refine it once I post the video. Make your description accurate and sell yourself a little. I know it's hard. It's a good skill to have. Your skills, your areas of experience. You might be an electrician. I'm an electrician. I can write things about electrical fields, or I can write about DC machines, technical stuff, electrical stuff. You can write electrical blogs. There's demand out there for that. Plumbers, mums, dads, we all have experience in something that you can offer. So fill that part out. Don't worry if you don't have a degree. This Alex girl's talking about, she has no college degree. She's making millions. The next thing you do once you've done your profile is you put your gigs in. As a new seller, you can do 7. What I suggest you do is pick one thing. What I did, I'm a yoga instructor. That's my area I'm passionate in. That's the area I have the most knowledge in at the moment, apart from parenting. So I put up there, I will ghostwrite a yoga blog for you. And then in the description, I said 200 words. I will ghostwrite a yoga blog for you. Description, 500 words. I will ghostwrite a yoga ebook for you. So stick to one niche and see how you go. Basically, it's the same gig over and over again, but slightly different. I will write a yoga blog for you within 24 hours. Anything like that. Basically, it gets you on different areas for the same skill. Start with that. I'll help you do the rest. Just stick with me and subscribe, and we'll go through and we'll get you firing. Now, down the bottom when you're creating, it'll ask you to add tags. For example, for me, I wrote yoga, ghostwriter, content writer, article writer, blog writer, yoga blogs. They were the tags I added, and I got people straight away, because people are going to come in. Think of it as a search engine. You go in, you go, okay, I'm a yoga instructor and I've got this yoga blog I've got to do by the end of the week, and I'm sick, I've got a cold, I can't do it. All right, so I need someone to write a yoga blog for me. Yoga blog, ping. I'll write a yoga blog for you. Okay, purchase. So that's what you've got to think when you're writing a tag. So if you're an electrician or a plumber, I will ghostwrite an electrical blog for you on AC versus DC machines. Someone's going to go, oh, I've got to write this blog for the business. I haven't got time. The kids are sick. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, perfect. And you go, here I am. They go, oh, there you are. Purchase. It's that simple. Everybody has an area of expertise. Cake cooking. Cats. You love cats. Oh my God, everybody loves cats. There's cat blogs, dog blogs, everything. You have a skill someone wants. So when you write your gigs or you have your descriptions, if you don't get a customer within a few days or maybe even a week, hit me up in the comments. I will go through your profile. I will help you for free because that's what I'm here for. I firmly believe in giving all this stuff for free because there's people out there that need this for free. Why should you pay for it when I can give it to you? So hit me up in the comments if you need help. If you create a profile and you want me to overlook it and give you a hand with it, if you put gigs up and you're not getting customers yet, I'll have a look. I will help you. It's actually one of the gigs I offer on Fiverr. But for the people that come to my YouTube channel, it's going to be free. So what are other ways that you can get customers on your Fiverr? Share it on your social media, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok. TikTok is huge at the moment. TikTok is good. So share them on them. You never know what small business will be under the pump and may want you to help them out. And they'll be more than happy to pay $5 for you to get small jobs done for them. They'll give you a 5-star review. The more of them you get, the more you can put your price up, the more money. It works. So always do your best to achieve a 5-star review. And when you're putting your gigs up, always do unlimited reviews to start with, so that you can always make sure you're giving them what they want and you will always get that 5-star review. The 5-star review is everything when you start. Don't worry about the money. Get those 5-star reviews and the money will come. So if you have any questions on anything I've mentioned today, and I know you're going to have so many, post them in the comments because I've got a whole list of videos I'm going to create. But I've been doing this for a while. I forget what it's like to be a beginner. Tell me where you're struggling so I can help you. Let me help you. Post your questions below. If you've got a profile you want me to look over, get me to do it. Put it in the comments below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. I was a single mum, well, I still am, single mum of 4 boys, and I'm having success. And my profession that I work 2 days a week in has nothing to do with what I'm doing on Fiverr, with content writing. You can do it. And if you think you can't, talk to me. I'll show you how. Honestly, I got you. I do. Don't forget to subscribe to Catastrophic Empires. Catastrophic because that's where I started, in a catastrophic situation, and empires because that's what we are building here. We are building empires. We're getting families out of catastrophic situations, passive income for very little outcome. Honestly, $58 a day, $1,700 a month, 20 grand a year for half an hour a day, or 180 hours a year. Pretty simple. So join me on Fiverr, and like I always say, ching ching and cheers to that. Mwah.